Superintendents in some school districts are back in the classroom standing in for sick teachers. NBC News Now correspondent Zinkley Esamoah has more on the COVID crisis in our education system.
As Omicron surges on, teachers are calling out with COVID, leading to a potential crisis across the nation's schools.
We would like our students to test negative.
In Chicago, in-person classes resume Wednesday. The teachers union reaching a deal with the city after a heated standoff.
Nearly everyone and every student and every staff member in the building had an interaction with someone who had COVID.
The pandemic amplifying a teaching shortage that was already brewing. Nationally, the ratio of educator hires to job openings is on the decline. In June 2021, the ratio was 0.65 hires for every open position. By September 2021, just 0.38. Today, this shortage fueled further by the raging pandemic.
We are underestimating how difficult the job is right now.
Kate Diaz is currently a substitute teacher and president of the Connecticut Education Association.
We're exhausted. I have teachers telling me, I'm barely having time to, go to the bathroom, let alone actually do some work.
The tension palpable, extending through the educator pipeline.
I have personally been involved with several of our superintendents who have actually been contemplating suicide. They've had to deal with the controversies over whether schools should open or not open. And most recently, this thing with critical race theory.
Dan Dominich says superintendents typically managing teachers now find themselves back in the classroom. In Boston, Superintendent Brenda Casalias says she taught an elementary school class in early January because of teacher absences.
I'll clear my calendar and I'll go over and teach a fourth grade class.
In West Contra Costa, California, school was canceled Monday and school office staff were deployed to cover staffing shortages. The superintendent, Chris Hurst, even substitute teaching at an elementary school. But this teaching shortage is not just bringing educators to the classroom. St. Louis Cardinals player Harrison Bader was even tapped to substitute teach in a St. Louis elementary school.
If there are any substitute teacher openings, let me know.
Still, amid the lighter moments, a grim reality.
As long as we don't have the high level of vaccination on our population, it's going to continue.
What is the impact on students?
You really have a transient teacher population covering. Those kids don't have the same experience. They don't develop a relationship. There's not a consistency, a normalcy to that class.
And Zinkley joins me live now. So Zinkley, the big concern for so many parents, will my kids catch up by the end of the school year with all that's going on? What are educators telling you on that?
Yeah, Allison, educators are echoing that sentiment, right? They're saying oscillating between in-person learning and, well, I was going to say work from home, but remote learning is going to ultimately have a detrimental impact on students. I spoke with Kim Anderson. She's the executive director of the National Education Association. Here's what she had to say.
There's no substitute for individualized attention. There's no substitute for that. And so when you have teacher shortages and other educators who are short, like bus drivers, nurses, counselors, individual students get less than what they deserve. There is a lack of ability to personalize the educational experience to meet the unique needs of every single student, as we should be doing.
And the reality is we won't know until years to come what the ultimate impact on students will be, Allison.
Zinkley, the Education Association in Connecticut staged a blackout today. Tell us what happened there.
Yeah, so this blackout was an effort in solidarity, right? They're saying it's not that we're not going to teach. It's not that we're not going to the classroom. But this is actually video from just this morning. Teachers wore black in solidarity with calls for more safety protections. They're saying we want to teach in the classroom, but we want to feel safe doing so. And this is just one of many movements happening around the country that we're going to have to keep following closely. Allison.
So thankful for our teachers, especially these days. The work they are doing, just incredible. Zinkley, thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up, Senator Harry